Good evening, everybody, and welcome once again to Haunt Chat Live. I am your hostess with the mostest, Mistress Laurie. And tonight we've got Hot Topic Radio with Bryan Foreman and Daryl Plunkie. I lost my train of thought there. Well, thank you all for being here, and I hope you all give a nice warm welcome to all of them and our wonderful grave digger, Reverend Michael.
Hey, how y'all doing tonight? How you doing? All right, yes, we are here with episode 3, season 1, episode 3. Hope you've been watching the promos and stuff, keeping track of everything. And we got Haunt Topic Radio. Although it's all one word, Haunt Topic, not Haunt Topic. It's Haunt Topic. I got a little confused. I do that once in a while, but I got it all straight. So we're good. So we got Haunt Topic Radio. We got Mr. Bryan Foreman. Welcome, Bryan Foreman. How the hell are you doing, man?
Tongue tied and twisted, just like the Mistress.
By the way, Bryan's got a little bit of a lag.
Good to be here.
And Daryl Plunkie, am I saying that right? It's Plunkie, right?
It's Plunkie, that's the way it is, yep.
Hey, damn straight, all right. With Plunkie. Hey, love the ears, man. That's scary. I know you're up there in that Canada, that place.
I'm up here sucking back the maple syrup and having some moose burgers. That's the way it is. It is our Canada Day. You guys got the 4th of July. I thought I'd show a little bit of Canadian patriotism.
Rock and roll. All right, we're good with that. We're good with that. You guys are good guys, so we'll let you stay.
There's no,
right.
Yeah, yep.
So let's get started right. Oh, first off, I want to make a little mention now. We don't have sponsors here. I don't do any sponsorship stuff. I don't want to be caught by anything. But we went to MHC Midwest Haunters Convention, and we picked up a couple cool things, and I made a part of the set. I want to point this out right here. Hardcore Fabrication. Mr. Nate, and they did that, and that's a real cool thing. And of course, the Distortions. We're part of the club now. We got Distortions, Gargoyle.
So, little jealous.
Yeah. Me too. Not really.
Been wanting that Gargoyle.
So I wanted to thank those guys. Those are awesome things. So anyway, back to the show here. Let's start with Bryan. Bryan, how long you been haunting, man? Since I came into this whole scene thing, you've been around, and I've seen you on your stuff, and I've seen you on other people's stuff, and you're like everywhere. And so, how long have you been doing all this stuff? Like,
well, if you go way, you want to go, man. We can go way back. But anyway, no, see, but professionally, I've been doing it. I've probably been doing it about 15 years. Started scare acting, and me and my brother threw some stuff together. Did an outdoors trail, like that, because everything wasn't right, and we learned a lot of stuff, and we got shut down. So then I decided to home hunt it out of my garage for years, and now I do Dead Factory Haunted House, which is just a natural progression. Once you're a haunter, you're kind of always a haunter. So
that's right.
It just happened, and now I do Dead Factory. This would be the year that go Missouri. So about 15 years. Set design, marketing, managing, scare acting,
all the fun stuff.
And like you.
Yeah, and in real life, in real life, not that hunting isn't real life, but in real life, I believe that you are a mail carrier. Is that not the case?
Oh, this lag. Wow.
Yeah.
Yes. He does work as a mail carrier.
Years in Mexico.
And as a fellow mail carrier, I would like to wish you a very happy National Postal Worker Day, whatever they call it. Yeah, it's just not even an actual holiday, but
Should be.
That's okay. Yeah, absolutely. She absolutely should be.
Yeah.
We'll have to apologize for you people out there listening. Bryan is using hotel Wi-Fi right now. So if we have a little bit of lag there and it seems like he's just not quite getting it, not quite all there, that's okay. I'm guessing Daryl will step in a little bit because he is there. He is a really cool guy. Daryl, however, no, Daryl, I'll say that. What do you do? How long you been doing it? What else do you do? Give us a little bit about yourself before we get on to Hot Topic.
Well, the day job, I'm currently working as in a marketing team for a bunch of car dealerships. So it does give me a little latitude to be spooky and ooky spooky throughout the year. So I really kind of got into it after kids were little and we went to a local historic park and they had their own Halloween thing. I've been, doing Halloween since I was a kid.
Sure.
But we went and they said, do you want to volunteer? So I spent the next 15 years volunteering for them as an actor and, helping design some of the scenarios. And basically at the historic park, the farther you got into the park, the scarier it got. And there was always a bit of camp and stuff in there. So I'm one of those guys that like to, do the bad jokes and the funny voices and
the maple ear.
Yeah, exactly.
And, yeah, gotcha.
Okay, I hate to interrupt you here for a second, Daryl, but you might want to reposition your camera just a little bit. We're seeing about this much of you.
No, honey, I think that's just you. I see all of them. I see them just fine.
Oh, that's all I can see is from the nose up.
I see him just fine.
Now I can see him.
Now you can see me.
I
Okay.
see him just fine.
I won't slouch anymore. That's all. I'll just pretend.
Okay, there you go.
See, I got a slouch to show off. I got a slouch to show off our new Haunt Chat Live banner up here. See, it's kind of.
I have to say that's a pretty damn fine banner, Reverend.
Isn't that a nice banner? That's a nice banner. I like that banner. All right, so let's talk about Haunt Topic. Haunt Topic now, I see it's a podcast. We know that. I've listened to a few of them. I believe you have done, as to my count, 115 episodes. Yes, I went through and counted them after. Well, I saw your one that said 100th episode, and I just counted from there on.
Hey, you can math good. Right on.
So, how long has Haunt Topic been going? Obviously, long enough to do 100. Do you have a schedule? Tell the people some stuff about Haunt Topic.
Well, we used to do a lot more episodes when neither of us were involved directly in our own haunts. It's amazing when you start doing the haunt thing yourself, or working for somebody else who's doing a haunt and spending more time in it. Episodes slow down a little bit, but we do have a good back catalog, and we've talked to some really, really interesting people. So keeps us busy.
I get it. I only do it once a month, and it still keeps me busy too.
Yeah.
Of course, I got to write songs and do promos, and it's all about that. But anyway, yeah. But this is about you guys tonight. Let's talk about you guys. That's what it's about. But so you've got Haunt Topic Radio. Obviously, there's a Facebook page, that book face there,
yep.
And Haunt Topic, and you've got HauntTopic.com. And that's where all the good stuff is. That's where you link to all the good stuff, right?
Exactly. We also syndicate through Libsyn and iTunes as well, so people can find the cast almost anywhere. And we're also associated with the Haunted Attractions Network, so we're getting our stuff out there as well.
Awesome. Yes, I remember Transworld and seeing Bryan, at least, and seeing you guys up there doing interviews and things like that. Now, do you do your podcast from the studio? Do you go out and talk to people? How do you put that whole thing together?
Bryan and I don't get out much except to the occasional show. Bryan has the liberty of living only a few hours away from St. Louis, so he can go to Transworld. And I've been to a couple of haunt cons. We want to get out more, but Skype is a friend. And, with the interwebs, as long as you're not using hotel wireless, it works pretty good.
That was rude.
Sorry, Bryan.
That was rude, Nicole.
I love you, man.
Now, on the website, I went out and yes, I did my research. I went out and I looked at the website, saw all your podcasts. You got some really good ones out there. Now, I see you also have training videos out there, though, not just the podcasts.
Yeah, Bryan, you want to touch on that?
We'll give them a second.
Yep. We said once we had more time, we were able to put more time into scheduling seminars and webinars for haunters. We are currently working on a HauntersToolbox.com website, house all those old training programs and to bite-sized videos, and we're going to have more live training and specialists come in and teach different things, probably about 6 a year. So we're going to start setting that up. Website live by Halloween. Hopefully, my haunt dead factory is getting ready to start full swing here in about a few weeks. So everything done and rolling before I open the doors to the dead factory again. So
we'll cross our fingers. We'll cross our fingers and hope that it all gets up there. Nice looking site though. Well, the HaunTopic site. It's a nice looking site, of course. I went out and you guys will find the new one will be HauntersToolbox.com. Right now it just says under construction, coming soon. But Bryan's working real hard behind the scenes. He's getting all that stuff going. You've been doing it for a little while, I know. Oh, hey, that was pretty quick. You're losing some of the lag. Let's get right away. Okay. 4, 3, 2. Now you also
don't pick on him. It's not his fault.
Back on the HaunTopic. Excuse me. Back on the HaunTopic. You also have a newsletter that you guys put out that you can sign up for.
Wow, dead airspace. Wow, sorry. Yeah, and we do have the Facebook group, the Haunters Toolbox Facebook group as well. And
I'm a member.
Excellent. We are happy to see that there's people out there that
we have about people on that. So
yeah, my suggestion to you, Bryan, is if you want to say something, just start talking. We'll pause so that you can get it in. Don't worry about talking over the top of us. We'll let you talk when you want to say something. So just start in and we'll cut when you start going. And that way we can still hear you instead of just looking at that pretty face of yours there, because that is a pretty face. What is it about mail carriers? I don't know. We got a lot of mail carriers in the whole haunt industry. I think it messes with them a little bit, and they make good additions.
Too much time alone in our own heads.
Oh, that could do it. That could do it. All right,
when you drive around the same area over and over again, you start seeing things that you could put together into other things, and yeah.
Hey, we know that for a fact, don't we, honey? I get messages from her. I get messages from her all the time that say, honey, we got to go look at something.
It's fun being roll route.
Yeah, or you see, in town, you see people with their garbage out, and it's like, hey, honey, look, there's a desk that we can use in the haunt. Get there before the garbage man.
I got to ask Bryan, do you ever see things out there while you're on your route and go, I wonder if they'd let go of that?
Pick it up. That's what I do.
Curb shopping is the way.
Curb shopping. We're getting a little bit from him there, aren't we? Okay, so let's see. We got plenty of time here, so I want to know a little bit more about Hunter's Toolbox, or excuse me, HaunTopic. Daryl, how you got involved in it? You've been doing it, obviously. I didn't catch the...
Oh, yeah, I picked up... fence, old desk, old refrigerator, lumber, plastic.
He's really got the leg, don't he? You're answering a question from 40 minutes ago. That's all right. That's all right. Just keep going. Just wait till they match up again, and he starts answering a question that fits the question that I asked. That'll kind of freak us out a little bit. That's good. But we've seen you both around. Daryl, let's go back to you a little bit because I know Bryan and a lot of you out there. I know that hang out on Hunters Hangout and obviously the Toolbox stuff. But I got to be honest, man, I don't see much of you within that realm. So tell me a little bit more about you.
Well, I spent a few years. We had we tried to start a nonprofit to promote Halloween here in sunny Edmonton, and we called it Deadmonton. Spelt a little different than it currently is. And we were basically just trying to promote all of the Halloween stuff that was in and around the city. And for whatever reason, when you start showing up in parades and you have a clown that has a chainsaw, some people don't like that. So after a while, it kind of fell by the wayside. But in addition to that, I'm also, there's some hearse clubs here in town. So I'm an honorary member of the hearse club.
Cool.
And this is kind of where the Deadmonton thing was where Bryan, I was doing a little YouTube segment. I tried to keep it down to 6 minutes and 66 seconds every 13 days.
Cool.
So, which is really tough, you know. Technically it's 7 minutes and 6 seconds, but that's not a good number. So yeah. And Bryan and I were just chatting online and he goes, well, I want to do this kind of thing. And I want to kind of do this. And because of my sense of punnery, you know, we went with the HaunTopic. It's like, no, this is not Hot Topic. This is HaunTopic.
Right.
And Bryan put a site together and came up with the idea, and you know, we just started finding other people that we found interesting to set ourselves apart from other podcasters, because there's a ton of podcasters and YouTubers out there.
Absolutely.
We tried to keep each show to basically one topic. We've deviated a little bit from that, especially as we're working, you know, everybody at Trans World, which ended up, you know, Bryan put 3 episodes together because of that.
Right.
Nice.
But we tried to get one person and get deep and get into their mind, and it's like, what makes you tick, you know, like Reverend, if you were a prop, you were reincarnated as a prop, what prop would you be?
Oh my goodness. Let's see. Something that's terrible. What prop would I be? I would be one of those screaming widow props that like shoots out at you, but from the trees or something like that, and just goes and jumps all over the place and shit. Yeah, you guys couldn't see it. I went you know, and comes back at it because it's fast, it's surprising, it's there, and it's in your face, and I like it like that.
Well, it was funny because we asked that question. I can't remember who we were talking to, but the 2 guys is like, oh, I know. I'm going to come back as a jar of Granny's urine that's in the kitchen. What? So we have some interesting things in our show. So we tried to make it a little bit different. And we hope to continue doing that by doing things like this, getting our name out there and getting a few guys, you know. So one day you guys are going to have to come on our show.
Oh, that would be
there great. You go.
I would love to do that. Yeah, you could have
that. Would be blast.
Mistress Laurie, you could have that Mike Ross guy, maybe. I don't know. No, we kick him out of here, but it's all good. It's all good. So yeah, you were mentioning about doing the parades and stuff for the Haunt. We also take part in parades, local parades going on around here. We have one local, of course. We're out of Sydney, Iowa, home of the longest running outdoor rodeo in the country, and so they have the rodeo parade every year. And we take part in that, carry around the banner, you know, and that's this year it's beginning of August is when the parade is. So we got people in costume. We don't carry the chainsaws like you were talking. That we try to keep it a little bit kid friendly for that, because the haunt is not kid friendly, but we try to keep it a little kid friendly. But it was so cool last year because this is the Sydney Cowboys. That's their whole moniker because of the rodeo and everything. And we ended up being the very last people coming through in the parade. Well, it just so happens that our daughter was the very last character who was riding our paint in an Indian outfit with the severed head and what have you. So the rodeo parade ended with a warrior Indian coming through, cleaning up the mess behind it. That was kind of cool. That was kind of fun. That was kind of fun. But this isn't about me. This is about you. I need to hear more. Okay, we're gonna give Bryan a count of like 5. And so I'm going to talk for another 5. So just start right in, Bryan, when you get this. And I want to hear more about your side of the story. 4, 3, 2, 1, boom. Easy for that. Just go. He'll get to it. Talk until he does, Daryl. I hate dead air.
I completely understand that. It's tough, but yeah, Bryan's been around the industry for a while, and like I said, he's been putting together the haunt this year and last year. But he's been doing stuff at his house, and he even gets his family to help him out. So, as many of our families do, though some of them do kind of run away in fear.
Oh,
we
thumbs up.
And Daryl kind of met up on going to be like a little different, and it ended up being a podcast because it wasn't going to be a website. And now this whole lag thing's messing me up.
Yeah, I get it. That's okay. We'll go back to Daryl. Just look at Bryan's pretty face. We're getting down there. We're within 5 minutes anyway, so we can probably fill this thing up. I did want to talk a little bit about Dead Factory, but I'll tell you guys, if you go out there to deadfactory.com, it's got all the information on that up there. Of course, deadmontonhouse.com, or yeah, Deadmonton House. I got it right. DEAD montonhouse.com. You got that one. We've got HaunTopic.com. Excuse me. Good dinner.
1T, not 2.
Yes. 1T, not 2. And the story about that, when I first put this together, I didn't catch that because I'm not really that observant, you know what I mean? And so I didn't catch that. And so I set things up and I put everything out and it said HauntTopic.com or haunt this and that. And then I went and I went back out to the site and I was like, oh, wait a minute. So I had to wipe everything out and go back get rid of that. Go.
And by then we had already done the video for the promo, and he couldn't fix that.
Yeah, that one was done, but that's
we
okay.
do thank you for fixing it here because it's really tough to get people to go there if they spell it wrong. So
this is correct. Yeah. Although if you Google HauntTopic does come up.
Yes, that's one of the things we made sure of. And unfortunately, when you Google Hot Topic, we don't come up yet, but we are working our ass off on it.
Well, you know what you could do is you could like start working a little cross promotion with them or something like that, you know?
Exactly.
There you go.
Rename their store for Halloween season, right?
So what have you guys done in the past to promote Haunt Topic specifically?
We've by hooking up with other people, we've been on other people's shows. We've done Big Scary Show. We've done
Love Drew.
Yeah, there's all of that sort of stuff out there, right? So or at least the podcast community is pretty good about that. We get each other in each other's shows, and then we try and get into some other different markets too, because we've talked to authors, we've talked to artists, we talked to people who make props that aren't necessarily Halloween, And that kind of gets us into their realm. They promote their interview with us, and it kind of gets us out there into a slightly different market. So,
well, that's cool. So it gets all around there, and you can hear it. I know some other people that are in kind of cross markets, because you know, haunt stuff isn't just haunt related sometimes.
Well, exactly. And there's some of the things that we do, especially the prop building, that you can actually use for that other holiday that a lot of people celebrate. What is it? The lights and the trees and
no C word, no C word, no C word, not allowed here.
No, but you know, sometimes Santa is missing a limb, but you know how it is. And I was personally thinking Easter. Come on, it's not the C word.
There you go. There you go. It's the E word. The E word.
The Easter bunny, the devilish little bugger.
There you go. Murder bunny, we call him. We have a murder bunny in the haunt. So, yeah, people really like that. Hey, I also noticed back behind you, one of my favorite not old time, but been around for a little while. You got the monkey thing on top of your file cabinet back there. Is that the one that I think it is?
That's the one. Yeah, he's remote control, and
right.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about these guys. Hold on.
Oh, show us something good.
There goes. Oh. So there's somebody around here that makes the sock bunny or the sock monkeys, except they're zombified.
Awesome.
Want to put the
girls like them.
Funky monkey. So yeah, I ended up buying I have a couple of them. As you can see, I've got a father and a son. So they
Periwinkle, if you're watching, good idea.
Hey, there you go. Periwinkle's one of our clowns.
So I want to
really nice.
I want to make myself into a full-size sock monkey zombie for a future zombie.
There you go.
Suck it to me, baby.
Got to go get my gray onesie and zombie myself up.
That would rock. That would totally rock.
But you kind of need that. Right, zombie walks here are really flipping cold because they're usually in October or April. So.
Right. So we're coming to the end of the show. And now I'm going to ask this of Daryl, and then by the time Bryan hears it, it'll probably be his turn to say. But we got our little weird one. So I'm going to ask, if you could choose between Dallas, New York City, Omaha, or Los Angeles, what type of hat would you wear?
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to Texas Rangers hat.
Yeah. A Rangers hat. All right. Have you caught up yet, Bryan?
I'm anti-sports.
We got our own kind of sports going on, don't we, honey? You know what I mean? So we'll give Bryan a chance. You, Bryan. He's not going to make it.
Yeah.
He's not going to. Wave, Bryan.
Well, we know he's not going to be using a wireless Wi-Fi hat.
There you go. I'm picturing him one of those baseball caps with a ponytail hanging out the back.
Dallas.
There we go. Dallas. Oh, we heard it. All right, guys. I really want to thank you for being on episode 3 of Haunt Chat Live. We have reached our half hour. We're going to move into the standard Saturday night Haunt Chat. So if you two can stick around for a few minutes, I'd appreciate it. I'll send that link out to the regular Haunt Chat people that are involved in that. And you know what we say? Thank you guys for being on here, and see you in the funny pages.